Hi y'all, it's December 7th, it's the evening. I've been working on this for probably the last 4 days since I last got with you guys on the radiation deal. My mind has not stopped working obsessively. I was up for 2 nights. I tried to start this yesterday. I looked like blood cool. So I actually had the camera pointed at something else, a Himalayan salt rock, while I played in the back, but I'm real picky about my guitar playing. If I make one little mistake, I know you're not going to notice, but I do, you know. So between that and YouTube not uploading and allowing me to tell you what I'm wanting to tell you, which will be the biggest news of your life, I'm wondering really hard why mainstream media didn't pick up on what I'm about to tell you. And not one of these channels out there have noticed this green orb and that's changing the earth colors. And now I know why. Here we go. The first songs go to the love of my life. I'm a person he's the most to me, and that would be Dakota Carl Johnson. Carl is my dad's middle name. Again, he was born on my birthday. We've been through things I can't even describe. I wouldn't try and describe, but I know you've all been there. If you've been through a marriage breakup and there's a child in the middle, they end up getting hurt every time. Every time, there's not one that will make it through it without losing some part of self, by losing their maternal mother, that person not being in their life, and witnessing things that they never should have witnessed. And my apologies to you, Dakota. Yeah, I've made some poor choices, but everything I've done in my life has been 100% focused on you. This trip, this 6 years, has deleted every amount of power that I have in my body. It's caused sickness, it has caused strokes, it's caused me to lose friends, it's caused me to lose family, it's caused me to lose everything. But from what I've learned, I would rather have gone through that than to walk around in the dark, pretending like I know what's going on, and believing in a soap opera, which we call our impeachment trials, or whatever's going on there, right? Okay, so these first songs go to Dakota. messing up because I'm exhausted, but here goes another one for you, Dakota. You'll remember that. We're gonna go right to that, to a last original I've probably been working on like for 2 years. I started it when I was staying at my son's house. It would be like a couple of years ago when I rode down to Texas and caused my Nibiru strokes. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's talk. I love you, Dakota. There's not one dragon, there are three. Everything we've been taught is in reverse, okay? I've got these all on film, and if you'll notice my new insignia, I hope it went through, you're gonna see a new picture there. It's not the Ukraine with the pink scarlet letterman skies. It's a laser red light, okay? I was up there in the northern part of Moscow. This thing went up, not Moscow, I can't even remember the name, it wasn't Moscow. But up in northern Russia, right? This thing appeared in the sky, I saw people running from it, okay? Wow, what's going on? So I go to St. Petersburg, okay? It's still kind of light there, right? The sky is doing something that I've never seen before. Well, I've seen it before, but not this intensely. Green, red, blue, blah, 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 blah. You can actually see the dragon's tail appearing in the sky, the flashing. Hundreds of people on the street watching this, okay? Hundreds of people. Probably, you combine them all, it'd probably be more like thousands. EMTs going down the streets of St. Petersburg. There was a command center set up there. I've never seen anything like it, y'all. I mean, never. You know, I know I say that all the time, but this is a different deal. These people could see what was actually happening in the sky, and you could see it transcending into the actual tail, which is leaving reflections all over the world of the tail and the actual green orb. On fences, inside houses, on the side of skyscrapers, etc. So I go to Moscow. Yes, the same thing. People running around, okay? Cars, cop cars, EMTs, flashing lights, hundreds of people standing on the road watching this thing. And I'll tell you what, it probably would have been what's going to happen here, which is primordial chaos. But the person we have to thank for that is Mr. Putin, who runs Nibiru commercials on the TV, okay? Who has got shelters set up that hold 40,000 people apiece. He has offered other countries to come in and stay there if they want. People call him a thug. I call him probably the largest humanitarian in human history. Okay? Now, they wouldn't have had that planted in their mind, you know, seeing the commercials, seeing what's coming. I probably would have been watching something more like World War Z and watching people probably cannibalize each other. Total pandemonium, primordial chaos. Okay? I could not believe it. This was the evening of December 4th. I mean, I'm still touched. And when I saw the laser light, which there's two others that go along with it, on the side of buildings in Russia and around the world, there are three lights. There's an orange one, a whitish one, and the laser red one. There's three dragons, no doubt, and green is one of them. So again, everything we've been taught is backwards. Yeah, dragon is a bad guy. No, because when I saw this, I felt in my heart, and I've been looking for him. I used to know what asteroid it was, you know. You guys saw me leaning towards Ison. Now that's real weird too, because Ison has three meteors in it. Now we got three images, and I mean when they burn on the side of a building or someone's backyard fence or coming through their windows, because some of the cams I look at are actually within people's houses, this crap is lit up on their walls. I saw it change all of Ufa green, one side of a skyscraper, besides seeing the red, yellow, blue light there, or whatever it was, right? In the background, along the horizon, I just got to get this out, is the debris field. The debris field is probably more ominous than these three dragons, okay? It looks like there's a bunch of street lights up in the sky, right? But they're all different colors, and they're flashing, and they're doing this and that. They're white. They're probably, some of them, as big as the moon. And I have seen parts of the world where they are burning through the woods, and it literally looks like, a nuclear wave of fire burning through the trees. I mean, this debris field is burning through tree lines. That's how good you can see it. I've got videos to back up everything I'm saying, and you know where to get them. And anybody else out there who questions what I had to say, and I don't have all the answers, but I damn sure saw this, and I damn sure understand what's going on now. Number one, when I actually looked into the light, the red one that looks like a laser on 100, right? I felt him. I was humbled, and I knew exactly why he's here. It's because we don't act right. We didn't act right, and we don't help each other. I mean, we think this life is about ourselves, and as I stated before, it's not about us. It is about others. And we have gone way, way past the line. You've heard me dwelling on this, you know. We have gone way, way past the line as far as treating each other right. I'm looking at my time here, right? That's why this is here. I'll be back to set the week. Well, he's here to do that, right? No doubt. He said he was coming on the cloud, right? These stars are surrounded in a cloud. Okay? That's glycoaldehyde, the same molecule that exists within our DNA but cannot be found on Earth. Let us make him in your image with the shine of the stars. Now, in the Paramount or Columbia pictures, you got Eve there, Mary, whatever her name is, Bathsheba, whatever she goes by that day, Isis, and she's holding up the torch and shine. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That is glycoaldehyde, and that is like a symbolic picture of really what evil is, okay? If you wanted to get in the Anunnaki road, okay? But, you know, I had to go back and keep rechecking myself, because when you're in my position, or anybody's in my position, you have to be very careful about slipping into like a psychosis or a disreality, especially if you haven't slept for a couple days, right? I'm back this morning. Everything's the same. I mean, in the middle of roads, middle of tar roads, you'll see the dragon tail, which is this white, like longish beam line it leaves. Then you'll see the orange one, which is more like a ball. And then you'll see the green. This is within people's houses. This is on the sidewalk. This is on fences. This is on the side of skyscrapers. And it's changing cities. And I've got video of the whole waylay that took place in St. Petersburg that day, Moscow, and the other town, right? Where it started. Let's be real quick here so I can get this done. Bible books, judgment, okay? That's all they were about. These books are to control. They're made to control. They do not have the right story. Yet people will fight. Wars are caused. Billions of people have died. They create division. They create hate. They create denial. They create defining others. They create judgment. I mean, if you're not down with what these people think with their little book there, their one little book, boy, they're going to get mad. They're going to get mad. If you've got an opposing view, they're going to freak out, right? And you can figure out how the war started from there, right? And all the people who've died. Division. Innate ability. Not acting respectful. And here we are. Here we are. These people are still grasping onto these books, saying that, yeah, maybe we didn't get this one right, but when I go into the afterlife, I'm cool. No, you weren't cool, because you force your judgment on people, you force your beliefs on people, and the bottom line is any of these books were created to control human beings. And that's really the end of that story, right? I want to say one other thing. Very important. I got it written here somewhere. Okay. Besides what I've just told you, came up with this. What's happened is we've lost already, I think. We're way behind the game. And in my opinion, people aren't going to all of a sudden tomorrow start taking care of each other and start forgetting about their Walmart list and go downstairs and help a homeless person. Not going to happen. It'll probably take generations to reinforce that morality within us. It's not going to happen. I hate to be dark, but I'm going to be straight with you. We've lost already. Taken down because of our selfish needs and our singular epic search of ego. We were taken down, and we're being taken down by ourselves, by what we've done. We created this. And none of us is clean. We've all got stink on us, right? And now there's no stopping it. If we could have understood the simple code, that it was never about self, it was about others. And that was written by the planet Earth. Not one channel on this. I look on mass media the next day, I'm like, man, this has got to be on there somewhere, right? I went through everything. I went through my news feeds. I went through my science feeds. I went through everything. And I couldn't find a word on it. So, the only thing I could find when I put in magnetic anomalies, 12.4, 12.5, 2019, is the Arabian Sea. Now, what's going on right now in the Arabian Sea of Somalia, right? Twin typhoons, building and starting right now. Now, I want to back up to something real quick. Boy, they're really going to put me down for this one. Okay, if you guys remember the Somalian pirates, right? That story went, or the cover story went, is we had little pirates in boats with bows and arrows, basically, taking over ships that were the size of cities. How did we ever buy that story? Think about it. But that was the cover story. Now, what actually happened? This was the 90s, right? What actually happened is there was a magnetic anomaly at the exact same place I'm talking about. And every world power, every military that had any force within this world hauled ass to the Arabian Sea for some type of magnetic anomaly that just had never been recorded in the history of Earth. Okay, so now to cover these fleets of battleships and whatnot that came from every country to the Arabian Sea to find out what the heck was going on. The cover story was we got little Somalians in little boats with bows and arrows taking over ships that are as big as the city I'm sitting in right now. How did we ever buy that one, right? Good sale. And they even made a movie about it that Mr. Hanks was involved with. Mr. Hanks, I'm not really sure about, right? Captain Phillips. Boy, what a line of crap that movie was. That never happened. That never happened. I told you what just happened. Okay? But trying to research that and try and pull that information out now, your journey will be fruitless. Okay? I think I'm almost done, as far as what I'm doing. But I do want to put out a word to Putin. What Russians could have done that night, and at least they had a warning because he's been running commercials on this for like 2 or 3 years, threatening that he was going to tell America if we didn't, right? Okay, now those people that I saw, excuse me on the street, man, I'm barely balanced here, that I saw on the street, if they had not had a little seed planted in their mind that something like this was coming, there would have been total chaos. Again, it would have been a bunch of Neanderthals running around. But they were basically standing there in awe. Okay, they were running up in the northern part where the snow was, right? But down in the cities, they were all over the highway. I mean, all over the main streets. Hundreds of them. As traffic jams occurred, as I saw a command center sent up, as I watched EMTs go by with their lights flashing, because I'm sure some people's hearts did fail. Okay? Cops I mean, it was a mess. Again, nothing in the news, not one channel talking about this. I'm not going to say that I'm the guy to go to because I do not have all the answers. But I'm certainly in touch with what's going on. And these other channels, it's called Bureau Cams. There's 3,000 cams. It'll probably take you about a year to learn how to work them properly. But once you do, and what these guys should have already done, should have been somebody other than me should have been watching the world. Somebody out there, out of all these flaky YouTube channels with their disinformation and their PayPal accounts and hit like, hit share, and all that crap, would have had one iota of information that this occurred at 2 o'clock in the morning of the 5th. 2 o'clock in the morning of the 5th. And this morning, to re-verify what I saw, I was in Bern, Switzerland. All right, sun's going down, same scenario, scariest crap you ever seen. Whole horizon is lit red, dark red, dark red. That is the debris field, okay? Ominous and humbling, okay? So, there's a building there, right? On the side of the building, you see the 3 lights. Okay, I've been seeing these 3 lights, and I actually thought it was a UFO. Another UFO to put on my list, put in with the rest of the UFO captures I've got, right? Okay, but after seeing UPA and all the, I finally figured out the reflection. So I'm watching this building, and on the side, it's got your code. It's got your white, it's got your red, reddish blue, and there's another red, blue, green. As the sun went down, they began to get brighter. I don't know how that works. I have no clue. I've got another shot in Netherlands that's got 2 of the planets. It's got the main one, the red one, which looks like, again, a laser light on 10. And right next to it is a blue one, sitting right on the ocean. Now, I thought the planets were going to pop through first. You guys know I said that a month ago. I said that this is about to happen. And apparently, Musk launching his 30,000 more satellites to increase the Earth's the luminosity level, which again blocks everything that we can see. It's all about, well, it's part of the whole system, but that UV is a key part of that system to activate the particulates that are in the sky, to control dimensions, because I think that's part of, man, there's some other stuff I can't explain that to me comes from a different dimension. I'm watching a certain area and this fog starts coming in. All of a sudden it forms into a ball and it starts flashing. And then it just goes dark again. Now you're sitting there and you're looking at this kind of a skyline that's at night, right? The smoke starts to come in again, and it looks like something from Twilight Zone, right? And then it forms into a ball, and then the thing lights up and starts flashing again. Yeah, I've seen this stuff, and I've never seen 6 years. 6 years I've been on this, and I've never seen anything that compares to what I have seen in the last 4 or 5 days. So heads up, you guys. The dragons are here. If anybody wants to debate with me that there's only one dragon, and anybody who wants a copy of any of these videos, whether you sub or not, and if you've got the brain to be able to handle looking at this stuff without ending up in a paper slipper factory, my email is horizonevent144@gmail.com. I'll show you what's going on in the world. You know, with what, our 100+ subscribers, that we're the only ones who have light to see. We're the only ones who've got our third eye open. We're the only ones who care about each other, or one of the few that know that life isn't about us, that it is about other people. Bless you guys for ever subscribing to me. You know, I aim to please, and I don't fail at missions. I may not have called this one, and if these channels would have united with me like I tried to get them to do a couple years ago, when I had all this information already about the asteroids were going to come and everything that's transpired, if we would have combined forces, number one, we'd have been in the millions, And number two, we'd have figured out these sky signatures long before so we could read the colors in the sky and use that as a safety protection mode to be able to detect storms. I can't believe these guys are still sitting on magnetics radar, SETI, Core 1, Core 2. Now, all these work great, right? But where are the planets? So, you got a bunch of guys out there showing impressive graphics and illustrations and everything like that, and using this cam and this source. And you really believe those guys? Because I can show you things that show these little things that you're reading don't mean crap. And they're 100% wrong. In fact, one of the cams that I was looking at yesterday, I looked down at the date, and it was January 1st, 2001. They were running a repeated cam video from the year 2001. That's all I got to say. You know, really, I'm sorry if I screwed up the guitar playing a little bit. I just wanted to get some music out there and give some love to my son and show him that I'm always thinking about him, like we all should be, for those we love and for those in need. But really, I'm done. You know, I'm not going to go away, but I really need to evaluate where I am right now. And let me tell you something. When you go looking for something, be very careful. Because you might find it. And when you do, hopefully you have the mental stability and, you know, the mental control to be able to handle seeing these things. But right now, man, I'm just, okay. I'm going to finish this with a song from Chris Cornell before he got murdered, I think. It won't like that either. It's called Sometimes Bad Can Do Some Good. I think I've read these words, or I've asked you guys to listen to the song. First words of that song is, and this is God talking, right? Standing beside an open grave. Your fate's decided, your lives erased. Your final hour has come today, lit by the fires of your temples burning. What do these books do? Really, think about it. What do these books do? Now, I know people held on to them and they provided certain things for certain people. And people think that based on maybe one book, that's how it's all going to play out. But look at the flip side of that. You know, it's almost like a God they create and destroy. So almost the Bible, you can look at it the same way. It creates, it's created inspiration, it's done this, it's done that, it's pulled people through their darkest times. Okay, but what has it also done? It's divided us. It's turned people into monsters. It's turned people to lack the ability to agree with disagreeing. You know, respecting everybody's view. Does it teach that in the Bible? I know it does teach not judge, so what's everybody running around out there judging people? If you don't believe my word, I'm going to be a total idiot to you. And I wonder how wars started out of that type of behavior. Death, persecution, alienation, separation, division, defining, controlling who and what we are. But the main reason these books were created, true or not, is because they have power. They have power to control countries and nations of the world. Now look where we're at. How good do these books do? If we really didn't learn as a society the simple code of this is not about us, it's about everybody else. If it did not teach that to us, what good? And I'm sorry to say this, y'all, but this is it. What good were these books for? What did they do? I'm not seeing a whole lot, really, except pictures of people dead in my mind, pictures of war zones, beheadings. Shall I go on? Do I need to go on? Or are you adding this up? I know my subs are. Is there anybody else? If not, again, you really need to reevaluate what you think and what you believe, especially now, because you better get it right. Because if you knock on his door, and you knock on his door with your singular belief, like what's in your head is the one and all final answer, he's going to say, I don't know you, you don't know me, and you never even tried. Slam. You're out of there. You better start thinking about that. We're approaching a time right now, and in all time we got the impeachment running, right? Perfectly timed, right? A scripted soap opera probably written decades ago. Okay? Not one mention of what happened in Russia. I mean, I am angry, I am scared, I am humbled, I can't explain all my emotions. And if I've had a little more sleep, I'll come back and I can talk to you guys a little bit more clearly and maybe play a little better. I'm just beside myself. Now, the last thing I need to tell you is we're all going away anyway. There's a new law, a new bill. It's called the COPPA laws, COPPA laws. Look up Max Egan. He'll explain the whole thing. That's Max Egan, Maxegain. All the truthers are gone. About a month or two, we're all gone. Total control on YouTube, and it'll be just a bunch of bullshit channels. Okay? America, right? America? Okay. We're gone. Another month or two to set up another platform, and everybody else out there too, because we're gone. We're gone. It's done. They don't want it anymore. They don't want people speaking the truth. And that right there, along with me talking about the book, should basically tell you that something went totally wrong. Something went totally wrong that we could not get a simple mission, a simple task, the simple code that he taught us to forget about self, forget about ego, worry about the guy next to you. I want to say hi to B. Hope you're doing okay and you're warm. All my other friends that have been talking to me, I don't want to name you out, but you know who you are. You've been out there doing your research. You've been out there handing me information. You've been doing what you're supposed to do. All of you have, really, just for sticking with me. But there's a few out there, they shine because they know they have to research. They know they have to learn because this is the time. The Bible was sealed 600 years before Christianity was created. End of story. Dr. Scott McQuaid, PhD, Seminary Scholar. He's actually got 2 PhDs. Okay? So the Bible was sealed 600 years before Christianity was even created. And right now we've got 40,000 different Christian schisms that all think they're right and they're all wrong. Where did they get this story? Where did they get the story? If the prophets wrote it. Well, they were men. They were men. Men is a pathological liar. Okay, man is. Now, another thing we need to get our heads around is if the news, our mainstream media, or no one on YouTube reported what happened in Russia, now we are on a sociopathic murdering trail. Can you figure out what's going on from here? They are not going to say a word. They are not going to tell us anything. And pretty soon, we're going to start seeing pre-recorded, if they're not even right now, pre-recorded shows that they're airing, making it look like they're live, while these guys scatter and crawl underground. It's all going to happen, guys. I don't want to be cocky, but everything I've said, asteroids a year ago, they showed up, didn't they? The planet's coming out. I thought we had 6 months. I was a little off on that. I didn't know we had 30 days. And I damn sure didn't know that dragons were going to come through the sky with a debris field before the planets popped through. The whole world is covered in chaff. Chaff is, again, a cloud of aluminum particulates which block radar transmission and reception. Are you starting to add this up? I want everybody out there to be very careful, especially when you're doing what I'm doing, so I can just start. could get hysterical right now. Not because of planets. Not because of our leaders. But that I still see people not helping each other. That I still see people who their top agenda for the day is to make it to Walmart. I'm seeing more homeless in this area than I've ever seen. I just let somebody stand, again, a girl stand on my floor the other night. And I'm dismayed, okay, would be the light word or light term I would use for the current situation. But I'm gonna leave it right there. I gotta make it to the dollar store to grab myself a, hope I got time. I kind of want to go anywhere else. To grab myself a nutritious dinner. I love you all very much for sticking with me through this. I will think about doing another platform. I told you guys, I just texted my son. I told him I promised I would stay with you guys till the end. Sadly, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but we're almost there. How it happens and where it goes from here. These stars are big. The debris field is big. They're big. I don't know where we're going from here. I don't know what's going on. You know, try and figure out what these meat puppets are doing. It's like trying to crack some uncrackable code. Does that make sense? I hope this video goes up. I will talk to you again within the next few days. Let me get glued back together and get my balance back. A lot of meditation, a lot of prayer. My prayer today was playing music to him, to my son, and working my hardest to get this information out to you. So no, did I get to sit and pray and meditate today? No. But I served that which is above us all, and is above all gods, our creator, the one I am. Okay? For us, the ones who are in the know, we're going to be safe. We will transcend, we will ascend. And that will probably be the last things maybe I work on, because I think the cam thing, of course I'm going to keep my eye on what these things are doing, but I really don't think mentally I could do it anymore. And I can't get somebody else to learn that, because it's going to take a year or two for me to just train somebody how to look at these things and find the right thing, you know, and know how to do it properly. I'm not putting anybody down, but it's taken a long time to really learn this. And then I had to get a new cam system because my phone was broken. That was all brand new, but I nailed that real quick. It actually ended up being a better cam system than the one I had, because I can designate countries, I can designate cities, I can designate states, and I can go anywhere in the world that you ask me to go. Now, the videos that I will send out will have timestamps on them for you to know that these are real. And they happened when I told you they happened, because one thing I do not do is lie. Can't. Just never have been able to. It's not something in me. My blessings to all of you. I hope you had a great Sabbath. I want you to worry about family. I want you to look at starting some type of prep work, which we should be talking about that. And let me just kind of think where we go from here. I don't have a manual on this, you guys. I do not. I wish I did, but I don't. Nobody does. Well, our secret societies do. They know. They probably knew exactly the date these things were going to pop through, and they probably know exactly the date when the dragons come close enough and grab our magnetic field and kick us like a soccer ball, because that's where we're headed. And let me tell you something. Every star out there, right? Every star of the hundreds of thousands, you people, and I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just going to tell you straight up, because religion is about pure. I'm about truth. Each of these asteroids in this debris field, every one of them's got a name on it. You guys feel me? You people out there who want to push your way and say it all comes from one book and all that crap, and they get mad at people who don't believe, or, You know, want to start wars, want to kill people? There's a star out there with your name on it. Okay? I'm going to leave it with that. You guys have the best nights. I will talk to you as soon as possible. Praying that this goes up. And I will talk to you soon. I love you all very much. And I do keep my commitment. I said stay with you guys. I'm not going to go, but I've got to figure out a different direction. Or if anybody wants to learn cams and they're real smart and they can do it quick, give me a holla. Now, again, my email, if you want to see any of this, and a lot of you really do, you know, is horizonevent144, all one string, @gmail.com. This includes channels also. If you've got any morality left in your body, get this video from me and put it up and start doing the right thing. You understand? Start doing the work that you're being paid for. Stop using graphs and radars that are supplied by man. Understand that there might be a problem in that equation, and that the only way that you can really know what's going on is to get on and look at the world. Okay? I'm sorry for the discombobulation. I will be better, but give me a couple days, you guys. Maybe Monday, Tuesday. I just got to turn everything off. You know, I got to turn the electronics off and allow my frequency to get straight, get my balance. Otherwise, they're going to place you in disbalance, and I want to do that. And remember, every path you make, every choice you make is yours on your own. Your path is your own. What I just got done telling you is yes, it's real information, right? But it's not your path. We all have different paths. But we will meet in the center at the end. And I'll see you all, okay? I love you very much. This is Darrell Johnson for Ride the Wind. To the new subs, to the older subs, you guys have my heart. You are in my heart. You are what completes me. You are what has kept me from being pushed to the point of being too lonely. Okay? I'm at 54 minutes right now. I'm going to cut it. I hope this goes up. Again, I love you all very much. Enjoy your Sunday tomorrow. Get out of your tree. Get out there, find your purpose. Get out there, pursue your arts. Pursue who you are. Now's the time to do it. Now's definitely the time to do it. Y'all have a great evening. This is Darrell Johnson, Ride the Wind. I got to go. Have a good night, y'all.